talents, so much of art, the bliss and joy that she is blessing us cannot be expressed in words. To adding to the joy, we have with us two Sahaj doctors, we can say. They are doctors. Both are doctors actually by profession. Dr. Bandekar. She is an Ayurvedic doctor. She was in Vashi Health Center, Mumbai Research Center for around 12 years. And Dr. Naina. She is right now located in Australia. She was also in Vashi Health Center for quite some time, around 10 years. And people who are since quite some time in Sahaj, I guess all around the world, who are old Sahajogis, we can say, all of us have heard about both of them. And we are really, really fortunate, we are really blessed that Srimataji allowed us, blessed us to have them with us in this Navaratri Puja, Navaratri celebrations, to add to our joy. I'm sure we are going to learn a lot from their experiences, not only in Vashi Health Center, but after retiring from Vashi Health Center, they have been traveling all around the world to do Srimataji's work. Everywhere they are traveling just for spreading mother's love. And here they are to do the same with us. Can we have a big round of applause and welcome them with too much applause. Jai Shri Mata.
Jai Shri Mata. Medical seminar. So, she is the doctor of all doctors and she is the guru of all gurus. So, first we will say Dhanvantari Sakshat Mantra and we will start. First is allergy and sinus issue. But which allergy we don't write here. Maybe skin allergy or sinus issue, then I think running nose, pollen allergy or dust allergy. So if there is pollen allergy, dust allergy, then you have to put ghee camphor in nose. So ghee camphor is very good treatment for sinus, then migraine. So Ghee camphor treatment is good for sinusitis, then migraine, headache, vertigo problem, cervical plexus look after, throat, nose and ear, ENT. So all the problems of throat, nose and ear we can put ghee camphor in nose. If we have time later on, then I will give demonstration how to put ghee camphor in nose. Okay. Skin allergy. Skin allergy is sometimes left navi problem, sometimes right navi problem. So mostly it is left navi problem. So left navi means there is void pressure coming on left navi, and this problem create. So this person's skin allergy problems, they will not take any deity's prasad. Okay. So except Sahajoga prasad, you should not eat any prasad. So we are going in temple. We are not nowadays we are not going in temple, but when you are going in India, so with family sometimes you have to go with them in temples. So temple, deity never leave his seat and come to offer prasad to you. But who is giving prasad? The person who sits in front of the deity, he offers you prasad. So we don't know how many problems he has, and he is giving his negativity to us. So please don't go in temples. Even in Swayambhu, Shri Mataji told you have to go Swayambhu's temple. Yes, we will go there, but don't eat prasad. Don't take anything there, and don't take from in the form of prasad from that person. Okay, if anybody gives you prasad, you take. Don't insult that person, but put in paper, hold it and put under the tree. Okay, because from childhood there are our elders told us, don't insult prasad, and that's why we have to put that prasad under the tree. Okay, but it is the negativity of that Brahmin or the person who sits in that Pandit over. Okay. Always feel fear due to external messages. External messages. So always feel fear. Why? She is there in your center heart, in the form of Durga, in the form of Jagdamba, having all the weapons. Then why fear? But if you do something against the protocol, so there is fear. Okay? So if there is fear, then take 32 names of Durga on center heart. Pray to Shri Mataji, you are in my center heart in the form of Durga, in the form of Jagadamba. So why should I afraid? Please take out all the fear within me. Please take away all the insecurity within me and make me fearless and strong person. Increase my confidence. Okay? And take Durga's names on center heart. Not necessary to take 108 names, 32 names are sufficient. And say Jagadamba, Jagadamba, Jagadamba 12 times. Sugar, pressure, financial problems. take medicine last 10 years and still continue. This sugar problem is when you are thinking about future. Actually, sugar problem that pancreas is left nabi. So the person is initially so much emotional and then he thinking more. So why there are disease, we are doing meditation even though we are suffering from sugar problems, hypertension and all that. Why? Because there are three channels, left channel, right channel and central channel. When we are thinking about past, whatever happened in our past, we are memorized that, thinking about past and all that past. Maybe someone cheat you, maybe someone insulted you, maybe someone troubled you. So that person's memories are still there, and when you are thinking about past, all that mundane past things registered over here in subconscious mind, and that affects slowly it affects your left channel, and thereafter there is fear, insecure feeling, then depression and mentally disturbance. Okay, all that comes from left channel. So insecure feeling and like to sleep, lethargy, don't want to work but sleep, like to sleep. So all that mundane things are coming from left channel. So you should not thinking about past. When you are thinking about future and taking so much stress, so our brain is made by two types of cell, white and grey. So when we are thinking about future, all that grey matter continuously utilized, and our Swadhisthana chakra creates that fats and supply to our brain, and it becomes so much hot, and this excess it absorbs our liver, and liver is moves to the pancreas, then there is diabetes. This heat moves to upper side, then there is hypertension and blood pressure increase. If this heat moves to your center heart, then there are lungs, so asthma problem creates. This heat rotates in your intestine, then there is constipation, and you have you suffer from piles and fistula, all that problems create. Okay, so we should not think about past and we should not think about future. Our past is already gone, so why should we thinking about past? Surrender your past at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. And our future, we don't know about tomorrow. So don't think about future. Our future is Shri Mataji's hands. So we should not think about future. Try to live in present and become thoughtless. Okay, so this sugar problem, you have to live in present, and eyes pack on liver, right Swadhisthana, and left hand towards the sky, and said Hanumana Chalisa. Hanumana controls the excessive heat in our right channel. So you have to say Hanumana Chalisa, then 6 times Hazrat Ali Fatima Bi Sakshat mantra on right Swadhisthana, and give candle to your left nabi, means left void, with 10 names of Guru. Okay, then pressure, high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, then sit in puts of water. Even for sugar also, you have to do 2-3 times putso. Okay. Hypertension, 2-3 times putso. You have to take Ganesha Tarva Shirsha, same Ganesha Tarva Shirsha. You raise your left channel and lower to right channel with Ganesha Tarva Shirsha. But when your blood pressure become normal, then stop it. Otherwise it will become low blood pressure. So do that. And if you are taking medicine, you don't stop it. Your doctor will tell you now your pressure is regular and it is normal. Then you take this tablet once in a week or alternate day like that. Okay, doctor will suggest you to reduce your dose. One new yogini having throat cancers. Please recommend treatment. In last few years, there have been various cases of cancer among yogis. Some old yogis have suffered due to this. Yes, I know. From Sahaja perspective, what is the reason of these cases? Thank you for this question. We see lots of yogis having cancer and they die. So, Shri Mataji always telling that you can watch Shri Mataji's lectures, so much lectures Shri Mataji told. Cancer means there is extra growth in your body. And from where it is coming? It is coming from false guru. So if it is from false guru, so you have to take 100 and false guru history is there, then you have to take 108 names of Sri Adiguru Dattatreya on void, and with 10 names you have to give candle to your left void, as well as on center heart read Devi Kavach. So, and Sahajoga means Sahajoga is not Sahaj that much. Sahajoga, in Sahajoga we feel vibrations on our hands. So vibrations means what? Vibrations is a love, and love means it is the Shiva principle within us, Shiva Tattva within us. You have to give love to each other. Don't behave arrogantly, don't hatred anybody. Give love and compassion to each other. If you are playing tricks, if you are playing games and politics in Sahajoga, then I don't know what will happen. So try to establish your Ganesha principle within you, that is give love, and you have to pray to Shri Mataji, please, in the form of Shri Nirmal Ganesha, establish in my Muladhara and give me all the qualities and powers of Shri Ganesha in my Muladhara Chakra. Okay? And give love to each other, and if you have false Guru history, then take 108 names of Adiguru Dattatreya on void, with 10 names of Guru give candle to left void, and Devi Kavach, as well as on Muladhara Ganesha Tarva Shirsha. Okay. And do put soap 3-4 times if cancer history is there. Even kidney failure. One Canadian guy called me and he told me, someone gave me your number from America and I am suffering from kidney failure. His both kidney were failed. So I asked him, what about dialysis? You are taking dialysis? He told me, no, doctor recommended me as early as possible. We have to do dialysis for you. Then I told some treatments and do this for 3 months continuously. But after 1 week, he was doing treatments, Sahaja Yoga treatments, and he went to doctor. Doctor told him, not necessary to do dialysis now. He postponed his dialysis for 3 weeks. So, don't think she is the lady and we are worship one person. Don't see her as a person. She is the God and she will do whatever change she will do. Because when she came to Vashi 2007, she told us there is no any disease which is not cured in Sahaja Yoga. And if it is not cured, please write me, please call me. But if you have any disease and it is not curing, you just write on paper and put under the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. Don't give bandhan. Just like a letter, put it in envelope and put under the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. And when the problem gone, you just float that letter in water. Okay, don't burn it.
It may take long time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, no problem, but we can keep that letter as it is at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. We don't have to write many letters. One letter is enough.
One letter
but
is sufficient.
When the right time comes, Shri Mataji will solve the problem. So we have to keep patience for self, and when the problem gets solved, we have to immerse that into water.
Lack of new seekers coming for self-realization, unknown disturbance during sleep, then wife getting sudden stomach pain, getting into hot place being difficult, only flash of time in nirvichara. So, the new seekers are not coming for self-realization. They will not come. We are the soldiers. We are the soldiers of Shri Mataji. We have to go. Shri Rama went in jungle. He born in palace, but he went in jungle. Why? To destroy negativity. If he will not, he would not go to jungle. There was a hilya in the form of rock. When Shri Rama went in jungle, with the touch of his feet, that rock became alive. So we have to go to the seekers. They will not come in to searching, oh, I want Sahaja Yoga realization. They will not come. You have to go, you have to speak with them, and that's why you have to maintain your attention on Sahasrara. Okay, you do your 4 o'clock meditation and go ahead. Shri Mataji is with you. When you are going for public program, because I give lots of public program. When you are going for public program, then don't think I am giving self-realization. She is there. We have to pray to Shri Mataji, we are going to do public program such a place. So you go before us over there and destroy all the negativities, clean that place, then we will go there and do self-realization. So we are only the instruments. You will give the self-realization to all the seekers. Okay, and then go there, give self-realization, but when you will come back, immediately you have to do put soap and take candle to your left channel. Okay, otherwise nowadays lots of false gurus are there, and if you give self-realization to false gurus, disciples, unknowingly their negativities you brought up to your house and you become disturbed. Okay, so you have to put soap and take candle, and if you don't try to put your attention on Sahasrara, then take one vibrated letter with you, lemon with you, pray to Shiva, vibrate in front of Shri Mataji and pray to Shri Mataji, I am going to give self-realization. So if there is any negativity, please protect me. And take that, put that lemon in left pocket and go. Okay. And when you will come back at home, don't enter with that lemon in your house. Before entering a house, you have to throw it in public garbage, that lemon. Okay? And then enter in your house. Otherwise that negativity will enter with you in your house and it will very heavy for your meditation. And sometimes I saw one guy from Nehru. He became mentally disturbed and he was studying engineering and went in depression. So don't argue with anybody. Okay, when you are going for public program, lots of people they will argue with you, then you will just silent and put your attention on Sahasrara. Don't do arguments with anybody. If you are doing arguments, then that would sitting on your back. Okay? Getting into thoughtless, being difficult. If you are thinking, I am the doer, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do that, then you never become thoughtless. Try to surrender your all thoughts at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and try to become thoughtless. Okay? So you have to put ice on your liver, right, Swadhisthana, and do shubit for your thoughts and conditioning. Unknown disturbance during sleep. So first we have to see how I am sleeping. If you are sleeping south, north and south position, then your head should be south and your legs should be towards the north. Okay, then you will not get disturbance. But better sleep like east-west. Okay, when you will sleep east-west, then you will get silent sleep. Even though not getting sleep, then Mahakali gives you very nice sleep. So before sleep you have to say Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhadrakali Kali Kalpi Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. Raise your left channel and lower to right and say Mahakali Bhadrakali Kali Kalpi Sakshat mantra for 11 times. Okay, and thereafter या देवी सर्वभूतेषु निद्रारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः and go to sleep. Put your attention on Sahasrara and go to sleep, you will get nice sleep. Living with non-Sahaj members within family. Yeah. If in your family other family members are not Sahajogi, so when they will attract to Sahajoga, you have to behave with them loving nature. They will see they will watch your attitude, how you are behaving with all people, all the family members. So, if you will give love, then expect love from them. Otherwise, you will hatred with them. Oh no, they are not Sahajogis, they don't understand Sahajoga and all that. No. Okay? Because Sahajoga is not for everyone, Mataji told. And we have to give self-realization to everyone. But Mataji knows who will stay in Sahajoga and who will not. Mataji once told in her Amrutvani, her necklace, pearl necklace broken and all the pearls scattered here and there, and try to find out the pearls in my necklace. Okay, so we are pearls. So don't try to hatred them, but give love, and when they will behave with bad manners with you, write their names on your hand and just give Bandekar. Mataji, please take their attention at your divine lotus feet. Okay? Give Bandhan and go ahead. Then once they will come and accept Sahajoga. Why up and down? Feeling in meditation, in going down, feeling guilty. This up and down situation is there because you try to surrender everything at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. Then this up and down will not with you. Okay? Because I know I have so many problems. I had before Sahajoga. My past is very worst. It was very worst, and I got self-realization, and thereafter I forget everything in my past. But now my present, you see, my present is very bright by the grace of Shri Mataji. So you try to surrender everything at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. Okay? How it solved? You do shoot it for yourself, my ego, superego, thoughts and conditioning. First do shoot it for you, and even getting that qualities of chakras, you have to do shoot it. But don't write chakras names, don't write deities names. Quality means lack of innocence, lack of chastity, impure desires, greed, unsatisfaction means greed, then insecure feeling, fear, guilty feeling, reactions, all that qualities establish within you, and for that you have to do shubit for the qualities, okay, establishing within you. Lack of forgiveness. If you will not forgive, sometimes what happened, You are sitting for meditation, and before that you gave some reactions. So all that reactions going like this in front of your eyes like a movie. Okay, and you can't meditate. That's why try to live in witness state and don't give reactions. How solve left navi and vishuddhi? For left navi you have to give candle. If you have left navi problem, then you will sleep in meditation. Okay, so give candle to left navi. Sometimes you have to give candle to your left navi with 10 names of Guru. Okay. And Vishuddhi, for Vishuddhi problem there are lots of treatments for Vishuddhi, and if your Vishuddhi is clear, then you feel vibrations very nicely on your hands. So for Vishuddhi problem you can write, put जो मक्खन बोलते हैं ना, वाइट बटर, वो पानी गर्म पानी में डाल के वो पानी पीना है. तो ये सब स्वालो करके मक्खन यहाँ से जाता है तो विशुद्धि क्लियर होती है. ओके, वाइट बटर विथ हॉट वाटर. वन. Second one, Allah Akbar, watching towards the sky, both Vishuddhi fingers in ears, and 16 times Allah Akbar. Okay. Third, you give massage to your Vishuddhi with any cream or oil. Then another treatment for Vishuddhi is ghee camphor. Ghee camphor is very good treatment for Vishuddhi. And don't speak bad words. Okay? Don't criticize anybody. If you are criticize anybody, then it is also Vishuddhi problem create. So maybe when you are feeling guilty, then hypertension is there. Hypothyroid is there. And when you are giving so much reactions and fighting, so right Vishuddhi problem you have. Hyperthyroidism. Okay, this is hyperthyroidism and this is hypothyroidism. So don't criticize anybody. When you are criticize anybody, so one finger towards that person, 3 fingers towards you, and 1 finger, the thumb is up with all pervading power. Okay, so don't point out anybody.
Abdominal pain, heavy thoughts during meditation, heaviness in Ajna chakra. This right navi pain, the right navi and right swadhisthana come under this liver. So when we are thinking a lot, the heavy thoughts in meditation, it is all connected together. And even heaviness in Ajna. Already she explains how we are suffered from this Ajna because of the thoughts, your liver gets hot, and this liver is continuously busy to provide the fat cells to the brain, and that's why the liver cannot do the day-to-day the normal work of digestion, and that's why there is right navi pain. And because of this heavy thoughts in meditation, Ajna chakra become heavy. It is all connected. as Dr. Bandekar explains, there are many thoughts coming like a movie. There's one incident, then another, we are jumping in thoughts. So we have to allow that all thoughts to come and go. Mataji always says, nahi vachni. Not this thought means we don't have to say that this is not my thought. We have to allow that thought to go. When it goes, after some time we get that silence. Then that all stuff is come out. Then only we can experience the silence within. So when we allow that to happen, automatically that heaviness of that Agya will settle down. For that, what Shri Mataji told us, you can forget anything, but you should do the food soak before sleep. Why she said so? Because in every day-to-day life, we are dealing with everyone, and the reaction automatically develop inside us because we are the human beings, and for clearing the 3 channels and all chakras, we need 5 elements. In short, means in Kali Yuga we don't have time. So food soak is the best solution for everything. We have to do once. There are many the questions coming that we can't get the time for food soak, and it is very irregular to do food soak and meditation. This is the one how we are eating every day to look after the physical body. The same way we have to look after our the subtle body to do food soak. With that, what we are doing, we are taking the water element, salt is the earth element, we are keeping candle in front of Shri Mataji, that is the Agni, the fire element, we have the ether and air element surround us. So these 5 elements are regularly clearing without our knowledge the things. So without faith, we have to do this food soak. In that, how much time we have to spend in the food soak? 15 minutes is the right time, not more than that. Even less is again creating some problems sometimes. In Vashi we experience this because in Shri Mataji says 5 minutes because she wants everyone to sit in the water. So that's why she gives some chocolate, like at least 5 minutes. We are talking with these children that at least 5 minutes we just sit, or we say that say Ganesh Chaturdashi after Ganesh Chaturdashi at least we sit for the meditation. So this is something Shri Mataji tried to explain to us, that the food soaking is very important. And for you people, I am sitting in the water. I don't need, Shri Mataji always says this, that man, it is very important to do the food soak. Without how we can't survive without food, without water. The same way the Sahaj Yogi cannot survive without food soak. So we have to do this. And another question came in the morning meditation for this, the 4 o'clock meditation. That is also very important. That is the kind of clearance. Where there are so many thoughts we are carrying with us, and the liver, Swadhisthana, every chakras get better in this morning meditation because these thoughts are coming like a movie and we are allowing that to come. And without reaction we allow, then automatically we develop that silence. After some time that vilamba will started coming. Up to that point we have to stay. That's why the 4 o'clock meditation is important, because how much time will take for that silence we don't know. Because we are working people, so the housewives also working because they have to take care of the house, and the brothers have to go for the work. So we have to give some time, more time for self. That's why the 4 o'clock meditation. We might sleepy, not enjoying the meditation, but at the end, maybe after 1 hour, they started settling down. Then we can get that real joy. But we need to do it every day. Whatever the time we are getting, we first start with that. It is not this 4 o'clock. That's why I can't get up at 4 o'clock. and we give the excuse for self. But at whatever timing we are getting up, maybe 6 o'clock, sit for 5, 10, 15 minutes for meditation, and slowly the thoughts will get settled. Automatically we can get up at 4 o'clock. We have to experiment on self. So food soak is very important to clear the agya, the heaviness of the agya, the swadhisthana problem. The 4 o'clock meditation is also all depend on this food soak also. Is when we do the food soak, all the clearance has happened automatically, and there are less thoughts remain in the morning meditation. So we can enjoy at least. For a moment, we can't enjoy. We are moving here and there. So that is very important. The meditation, the reaction, the one question is come that many reactions are coming. Why? Because we remember our past and we started having dialogues with self. That we have to avoid. So when we are not creating the extra reaction or extra thoughts, then automatically the thoughts will 90-90. This is not my thought. They automatically will happen. And lack of surrender is the same way. When we are keeping silence inside, what to do? If we listen Shri Mataji's 2004 Navaratri Puja second day, Shri Mataji says which chakra is this? Today is the second day. So it was in Sydney, and he said the Swadhisthana chakra. So she said that yes, you have to develop this silence within. When you keep silence, automatically everything will be alright. Your agya will be alright, your all chakras will settle down, your nadis will be come to the balanced state. So try to do the silence. And she gives one tip for this silence. She said that you have to divert your attention. If your agya is working so hard, you have started reacting. So divert your attention. Put attention to someone else so that you can stop that talking within. So don't talk within. That is also this when we repeatedly. This is very might be 10-15 minutes lecture, but if we listen it carefully again and again, we can get the point how to manage the silence within us. She gives 2-3 tips in that: diversion of attention, don't talk with self, develop the silence within. In Swadhisthana, automatically agya will be alright. So we have to listen Shri Mataji's lectures carefully. The whole lecture, not the some clippings. Now we are getting that some games like the edited lectures. But try to listen the whole lecture, because each and every lecture Shri Mataji is clearing from Mooladhara to Sahasrara, right? Maybe any puja lecture. Maybe it is a Krishna Puja. She starts with the Mooladhara and the Sahasrara. She is emphasized the Vishuddhi, but she clears every chakra. And that's why she said that when I am there, there is no need to take bandhan, because I am here to give you bandhan. You are in my bandhan, so there is no need to take any bandhan when you are in between the center, when the program is already started. Shri Mataji's lecture is on, or puja is on, somebody come in between, there is no need to take bandhan, because we are already under her bandhan. So these are small things, we have to understand it in a subtle way. So that is nothing but the surrender. How that when we are completely understand that we are looking after the Shri Mataji. That thought, how the child is totally depend on parents. They never bother about money, they never bother about food, they never bother about school, never bother about anything, because they know who is looking after my parents. The same way, the same feeling, we are child of Adi Shakti. Shri Mataji is there to look after. So we have to just follow the day-to-day routine. Getting up, do meditation, how we are expecting from our child. They do brushing, then daily bath and everything. We are expecting, because that is the discipline. So we have to discipline Sahal that in the morning we have to get up early, meditate, food soak, not to react inside, to maintain the happiness inside. When there is no reaction automatically, we are happy inside. And the another thing, the quality of Hamsa, which is very important. For us, we know the Hamsa is actually sucking only the milk. For us, for Sahaj Yogi, what it means, we have to absorb or look after or look the positive part of every human being. Every human being. It is Sahaj Yogi, non-Sahaj Yogi. It is not different. So we are all created by Adi Shakti. We are the blessed ones chosen by Shri Mataji especially. But the non-Sahaj is also the creation of Adi Shakti. So we can't keep the hatred because the creator will get angry. So we have to be very careful about this Hinsa. What is for us to manage or look after the Hamsa? We have to see only positive thing to each and every human being. It might be the 99% the person is worst. That 99% is a water. We have to avoid it. 1% is the good thing. So we have to just catch the one thing. That is the milk. And that quality we have to develop, and that's why Mataji says you might forget about one food or daily routine, but you have to put the ghee camphor. Why to put ghee camphor? To clear the Hamsa. That means Shri Mataji is expecting us as her child to just see the positivity in each and every human being.
There are lots of chips there for children. So children are always Ganeshas, but they absorb parents' negativity. So parents should watch themselves whether we are doing meditation properly, whether we are giving clearance to ourselves properly, whether we are doing push or watching TV only or playing in mobile. I saw their puja was going on there and someone was playing in mobile game. So all these negativities absorbing our children. The children are Ganesha, never they behave with bad manners, but they absorb your negativity. They watch you, whether my father is doing meditation, whether he is doing food soap, or whether he is talking with every person with good manner, whether he is giving respect to my mother, whether my mother is giving respect to my father, so they are watching. Okay? Nowadays, lots of children have autism. When I went Kabela, then Marco, you maybe know, he is from Rome coordinator, and he came to me and he told me, Dr. Bandekar, there is a school of autism children. All children having autism. So, how it is getting like this? So I told him, see, we are westernized people and husband wife both are working, and when you are coming back at home, you are fighting with each other. So children's feeling insecure. When mother and father are fighting, shouting on each other, then children feel insecure within themselves, and thereafter this autism tendency absorbed. Okay. So these autistic children, you should not give candle, you should not give camphor, only give lemons in both of their hands and give putso. In putso, you just raise your children's kundalini. Okay, if they are not behaving with good manner, give them putso, both the hands lemon and raise their kundalini. And if you feel their chakras, then give vibration to their chakras. Okay, and whenever you want to say them, hey, do meditation or do putso. So first you have to write that child name on your hand, give bandhan, Shrimataji, you are the doer. Now I am requesting him to do putso. So you are the doer and you are the enjoyer. Please take his attention at your divine lotus feet. Give bandhan and tell your son or daughter, do putso. Then she will immediately take putso water. He will immediately take putso water. But you have to tackle like this, okay? So don't shout on them, because children know only love and they expect love from you. When they do any good thing, you have to pat them on their back. Then their kundalini giving response. Okay? Don't shout them. So, anything else? If anybody has varicose veins and when go to sleep there are cramps in cows and you can't sleep because of that pain, varicose veins. So you have to lie down on back and do cycling, and that is this treatment recommended by Sri Mataji, who is doing standing job in medical store or any standing job. Nowadays ladies have so much problem of these varicose veins. Why? Because all the day they are standing in house also. There is a washing machine, so putting clothes in washing machine, finished. There is mixer, then don't they sit on to grind the okay. So each and every work with standing manner, and that's why because of long time standing there are varicose veins and you have this problem. When you will go to sleep, you have cramps in your calves. Okay? So do this cycling and try. You feel now I am tired, I have to take a rest, I need rest. Then immediately you go in bedroom and have a rest, and then again get up and do your work. But you think, no, now this is little bit, I will finish it, and you will stand long time and this problem create. Okay. Infertility and irregular menstruation. These are hormonal problems actually. But infertility means sometimes it is from left side. If you are doing any before Sahaj Yoga, you was doing any false gurus, then that you knew that false guru, but they never knew you. Okay, so you have to write down your false guru's name on the ground and you shoot it to your false guru. Another thing, if lady is very right-sided, then conception problem will create, because even she has pregnancy, then lots of time miscarriage is there because of so much hot right swadhisthana. Okay. So you have to take in for infertility, eyes on right, Swadhisthana, liver and ego. Try to give respect to husband. Okay. And another thing is, for cooling liver, that person has to take, that lady has to take sabja seeds, that chia seed, chia seed you soak in water, then it will blow, and at night you have to put in front of Shri Mataji, and next day add some milk and sugar and eat them. Then your liver become good. Okay. This is good treatment for infertility. Shri Mataji recommend this. Even Adiguru Dattatraya's 108 names of void and Devi Kavach.
And that subjective we have to keep it in a glass container, not in metal. No steel, no other metal, only the glass.
Otherwise it will become oxidized. So you have to use glass cup. Irregular menstruation also in Puso, or sometimes some young ladies, they have so much stomach ache in menses. So that time you have to do put soap, and in put soap you put your right hand wherever you have pain and say Ganesha Tarvashirsha. Then if you are starting Ganesha Tarvashirsha, then you will get sleep in put soap water. Then throw the water and go to sleep, then you feel better. Okay. This is good remedy for menstrual colic, means stomach ache.
And for this infertility, both of them, the partner, husband and wife, they have to do the Adiguru Dattatraya's 108 names in Kurso for 3 months at least to regularize the hormones. And it will be very easy. And we saw so many cases in Vashi Health Center with success. Only the Adiguru Dattatreya help us for this problem. All the hormonal problems generally looked after by Adiguru Dattatreya. So any hormonal problem, it may be the pituitary pineal or the sex hormones or any thyroid, any hormonal problem is looked after by Adiguru Dattatreya. So any overgrowth in the body, that is also looked after by Adiguru Dattatreya. But the another thing which is little bit for the liver stone, kidney stone, even liver stone, that stone is also under this void, the Adiguru Dattatreya. So many ways, if we do this Adiguru Dattatreya name, we can get rid of many things. So this is better if suppose you are not having any problem, but once in a month or once in 2 months, Adiguru Dattatreya is 108 name, put some water, no harm. It will balance many things. So we can keep it in our regular practice. So it will help us.
2018, 26 January, there was seminar in Mumbai. So I was just talking, and ladies were writing. The ladies seminar was there, and they were writing the treatments I was telling them. And that seminar finished, I went home, and after when June I was going, May I was going to America. Before that, I had a call, and Dr. Bandekar, thank you very much. Why? Because I attend your Mulund seminar, and you told lots of treatments. So I had 5 fibroids in my uterus. So for that uterine fibroid, you told some treatments, and I did that. So you told that for 3 months you have to do this, and I did that. And when 1.5 months finished, three fibroid dissolved, and 2 were there. And after 3 months, all 5 fibroids will dissolve. All 5 fibroids dissolved. And before that, I went to doctor, and I have one girl child, and my husband told me we will take second chance. We have to give second child. So we went to doctor, but doctor told no, there are multiple fibroids in your uterus, so you should not take chance for pregnancy. So now all 5 fibroids dissolved, and now I have get pregnancy. So now what should I take precautions? That's why I called you. First, give thanks to Sri Mataji. This is divine knowledge. This is not my knowledge. This is divine knowledge coming through Sahasrara like Google. So you have to give thanks to Sri Mataji. But 5 fibroids dissolved. This is not a joke. Okay? And doctor told her you will not get pregnancy, but now she is pregnant. So you have to put faith on Sri Mataji. Okay? That is so much. Your surrendering, your dedication, your trust is very important in surgery. Then only you will get advantage of Sahaja Yoga, otherwise nothing will happen. Okay? You are doing Sahaja Yoga as a take it granted, then you will not get advantage. Okay? Now, one day, I am doing Pusuk one day in a day, once in a day, but sometimes there is TV serial is there, or anything is another thing is going on, maybe matches or oh no, oh God, I am too much late, I will do tomorrow, and you avoid. Then tomorrow also happens something and avoid. So once in a week you will do Puso. That is not good. Shri Mataji will never expect this thing from us. She was also doing Puso. She showed us, she took human form. She took human form and came on earth to show us how to behave in society and how to face each and every problem. Okay? So, be positive. Never think about negativity. Okay? Be positive. Sometimes when incidents happen with us and we become so much disparate, oh my God, why it is happened? But it is for your, maybe it will happen, but this will not good for your progress, and that's why Shri Mataji first before having that problem, she destroyed that and you become nervous. But thereafter you thought, oh my God, it will not happen. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Okay. So even my son had job in Paris, cognizant company sent him in Paris, and his boss was giving so much trouble to him. So I told him we will do shubit for him, no problem. Mama, don't do shubit, he told me. Because I am positive, that's why my children also become positive. And what happened, why should not I do? I just taking test of my son. He told me, he is behaving like this with me. I am yogi, he is not yogi. So, Shri Mataji gave this thought to behave like this with me. So I will go from here another place. Otherwise he will behave nicely with me, then I will be there only because of attachment. And thereafter he changed his job and now he got permanent job in Belgium. He's working in Kelly's for Johnson and Johnson. So this positivity has to develop within us. Okay, be positive always. So matka. Regarding keeping colors at home. If you are putting colors at home, so colors is good. It is good for our Nabi and it is Ganesha Tattva also. So you put vibrate coconut and take out that so you have to open, you have to open the eyes of that coconut and that eyes towards our, okay, and you put kumkum on that three eyes, that is the Ganesha, and put swastika, Om and cross, okay, and put in front of Shri Mataji. But you have to change it after full moon night and after new moon night. 15 days you have to put that kalash in front of Shri Mataji's left side. Okay? And in between it has crack. Then that coconut absorbs some negativity, so immediately you have to change that coconut. Okay? Eyes problem, vision problem. If you have backardia, then vision problem is there. But sometimes if you have sugar problem and sugar increase, then you see blur. So only if you have sugar problem, then put eyes on backardia. There is only one place we can put eyes also and give candle also on backardia, because both channel cross over there, and that's why. So backardia and left swadhisthana, they are connected. So if there is a vision problem to your backardia, give candle or take rising sun rays on backardia and then Mahaganesha's Bija mantra on backardia. Om Swaha, Om Rim Swaha, Om Rim Shrim Swaha. That you have to take that Bija mantra on your backardia with candle. And move candle anti-clockwise. So towards left we should be. That is anti-clockwise. On backardia. And vibrate water in front of Shri Mataji and put some medicated rose water drop in that vibrated water and wash your eyes 2-3 times or 3-4 times with that water. Okay, Shri Mataji only told this statement. Rose water, not rose water we clean the photo. It is only for medical purpose. So that rose water you have to take some few drops in vibrated water and wash your eyes with rising sun rays on your backardia and candling with Mahaganesha Bija mantra. Okay. It is good for vision because when Iranian guy was there in Washi, and he had vision problem. So I told his treatment, do his treatment, I wrote him, and after 1 week he told me, Dr. Bandekar, I can see the colors in Shri Mataji's garden. Really? Yes. So tell me. Then he told me there is red, then green, then yellow, then white. Okay. So green means leaves were there, then red rose was there, then white nishigandha, and yellow was shevanti. So I was surprised. Yeah, you told me the sequence is very yes, it is proper. Then I am doing that treatment, continue this treatment. And he continued that treatment. So this is good for vision. Okay? Take back. He was always going on terrace and taking back rising sun rays on back of washing his eyes with vibrated water, with rose water, and Mahaganesha's Bija mantra. So vision problem, you have to do this. If you have right knee pain, then put ice on right swadhisthana and only right leg in foots of water with ice, cold water. You have to take cold water. Only right leg. And left leg on Mother Earth, on ground, and take Kartikeya's names. It is good for right Muladhara, it is good for right knee joint pain. Okay? So do these things. Unknown stomach problem and stomach pain and constipation. If you have constipation, same treatment. This is constipation coming from right Muladhara. So you have to take 108 names of Kartikeya with only one leg in cold water, left leg on ground, and Kartikeya's names. Sometimes severe pain after eating food. Unknown stomach problem and stomach pain. So, when you are eating, before eat, before drink, you have to give proper vibrations. Usually, Shri Mataji in the form of Annapurna, and give vibrations, do namaskar, and then have your food. Okay. And nowadays, so but your South Arabia is good. They banned that Patanjali product. That Patanjali product is very giving trouble to your void. So you should not have any, even if frozen, that Indian shops are there, you are buying some things from there and put in front of Shri Mataji, vibrate it and then use. Okay? So it affects our world. When I was in Kabela, one doctor, he was practicing Surg Yoga since 1984 from UK. He arrived there and I was giving clearance but no vibrations feeling. But I told him, do this thing, this thing, this thing. And he was doctor and he was with Sri Mataji also. So, and in the evening I will again give clearance, then I will see the change. But he didn't do anything. He was chatting here, there. All the day I was watching him. He just chatting. And in the evening he asked me, doctor, you told me morning I will give you treatment in the evening. Yes, I told you, but I am observing you. You didn't do anything. You only chatting with all the people here and there. So you have to do whatever I gave you in return. You have to do that thing. Then I will check. No. Okay, now I will go. And he went and did his treatments. And there was dinner time. So we were sitting on the dining table. He came and sit in front of me. And without any subject, he asked Jacqueline, that Yeshua's wife, which flour you use for making bread? She told something, yeah. And so I asked him, which flour you use for bread? No, in my house we are not eating bread. He was Indian from Delhi. So then what you are eating? Whenever I go India, I bring that flour from India, chapati atta. Okay. Ashirwad, Pillsbury. No. I am bringing Patanjali atta. What? You are using Patanjali atta, Ramdev Baba's? Yes. What is? That's why your vibration destroyed. I was thinking you are practicing Sahaja Yoga since 1984. You was with Sri Mataji, and why this happened with you? Because of that atta. So, oh, is it? Yes, because our money is vibrated money, and we are giving that money to buy that false guru's product, and he become prosperous. And what about you? Okay, now I understood. And he immediately his wife is Russian. He immediately phoned his wife, throw out that atta. Okay, so small things are there, but if you don't feel vibrations, then just put in front of Shri Mataji and vibrate it. Okay, but never buy any false guru's product. One thing, sometimes you feel better at home, and when you are coming in collectivity, suddenly you feel headache, suddenly you feel pain in heart, suddenly you feel pain anywhere in shoulder, maybe agya. So you think, oh my God, when I start from home I was very nice, and now I feel this thing. And even Shri Mataji is talking on the Shri Mataji lecture is going on, you are giving vibration. So don't do that. Okay? You just put your attention on Sahasrara and pray to Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, I think it's not mine. Maybe somebody missed me, or somebody from this collectivity, this catch came to me. So take that person's attention at your divine lotus feet and cure that person and take out this catch. Immediately within second that catch will go away. Okay? You just practice this. But when Shri Mataji is talking, you don't do like this. No, please. Because when Shri Mataji is talking, she is giving clearance to us. How to cure psoriasis? Psoriasis problem is from left and right, both sides. Okay, so the person who is having psoriasis, He has to take 108 names of Adiguru Dattatreya in put soap water. This person should do put soap more 3-4 times, and give candle with 10 names of Guru on left void, and massage. Neem oil massage is good for psoriasis. Okay, and this person has to drink haldi water, turmeric powder in hot water, and he has to drink empty stomach without brushing in the morning. Okay, in the morning, empty stomach, turmeric powder with hot water.
1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. चाय की छोटी चम्मच जो होती है ना,
1 teaspoon.
Black turmeric लेना है.
Okay, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder with hot water, and without brushing, empty stomach, that person has to drink that water. Okay.
Here is the question: how to take heat from the body, from one body? This is take out heat or take heat from body? And but if it is the body is heat, having heat, the simple, we know we are doing like this to clear the right channel, the heat. But sometimes we feel hot left palm. That get clear by keeping a right hand towards sky. So many of the time, if there is a heat, we can clear it in 2 ways. We can keep both hands on the Mother Earth. Mother Earth will absorb this heat. Or in foot soap for few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, we can keep this left hand towards sky. After 5 minutes, right hand towards sky. It will also help to us. Who is having this heat problem, they can walk on dew in the morning. So the whole body, this dew has a special medicinal property. With bare feet, we can walk on it. It clears the blood pressure, asthma, diabetes. Bare feet on dew on the lawn, it will help a lot. But the heat is something which is taken care by the ether and Mother Earth. There is another problem. He is saying that he or she lack of confidence, not able to communicate immediately, need to think so much. After that only I can say something. And another question, anger, not able to do meditation regularly and also. So these 2 questions are so connected that not having the meditation, not having the also. So there is no clearance, and there are so many thoughts. It is a hitchcock of the thoughts all the time in the mind, so that there is no coordination between 2 thoughts and cannot give answer immediately. That is the some coordination problem. For that, also is very important to do. So who is having this problem should do more also to come into the balanced state. The anger is again because it is sometimes anger for self, because cannot give the answer immediately, not having the confidence, going into the left initiative to feel guilty about it, and again it goes to the center heart for the confidence problem. So it is all related with self to develop the complex within. For that should be the name and the complexes. There is no need to write any inferiority or superiority, only complex, and do the food should be we can do the complex attention, lack of attention, lack of confidence. These 2-3 points we can do the should be, and better work on the eyes, to steady the eyes. Who is having this problem generally? We saw in Vashi that they don't have the steady eyes. Their eyes are really wobbling inside. They cannot focus, they cannot concentrate in one. So for that, the eyes should be steady on something beautiful, like see carpet, flowers, grass, tree, sky, anything, any design. Just focus. The best solution, the non-Sahajyogi is in general, they say, see the fish tank. To moving the moment of this fish is actually pull down everything. Why? Because we are just focusing to that moment and enjoy. So the eyes become so steady. That is the reason. Little bit workout with the pulso, little bit workout with the sugar tea, and the steady eyes will help definitely 100%. So whatever, and clear the back again, how she said that morning sunrays, Bija mantras of Mahaganesha, that is also will help to steady the eyes and get the confidence back. Because it might be coming from the left Swadhisthana also, we don't know. It is all combination.
Gas trouble, shoulder pain due to this problem. This all left side problem. So you have to take candle on fire treatment to left channel and gas trouble. This gas trouble is left side problem, left navi problem. Okay. Even snoring also left navi problem. So you have to put ghee camphor in nose and give candle to your left navi. Okay. This is good remedy for snoring. Ghee camphor and left navi clear. Okay. So with 10 names of Guru, gas trouble. And shoulder pain due to this problem. This is also left problem, left side problem. Left Vishuddhi. Put your Vishuddhi, left Vishuddhi finger towards the candle and right hand on left Vishuddhi and take Vishnu Maya's names or Vishnu Maya mantra or 16 times. Otherwise, before Surge Yoga, if you was taking some other maybe what's that, beads, माला जपने, वो करते रहे या कोई शब्द लिया हुआ होगा या कोई दूसरा कुछ मंत्र पढ़ते थे, तो उसकी वजह से लेफ्ट विशुद्धि में प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट होता है. तो इसके लिए 16 टाइम्स ओम त्वमेव साक्षात मंत्र मांत्रिका साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः 16 टाइम्स लेना जरूरी है. कैंडलिंग करना है, विष्णु माया का नाम लेना है या विष्णु माया का 16 टाइम्स मंत्र बोल के कैंडलिंग करना है. ओके, दिस इज गुड रेमेडी फॉर shoulder pain due to this problem. Even shoulder pain, if this lady, then she should not wear sleeveless, and nowadays there is a fashion, they tear here and expose the shoulders. So please, I am requesting you, we are Sahajogi, we should not expose our knees, we should not expose our shoulders. Okay, there are Shri Chakra, Lalita Chakra and Shri Chakra. Okay, so if you expose your shoulders, then Lalita Chakra and Shri Chakra affects and you have shoulder problem, frozen shoulder. You can't do like this. Okay, so you create yourself this problem with you. You don't wear this fashion सगळं इथे फाडलेलं असतं, असं काहीतरी इकडे इकडे फाडलेलं असतं आणि ते तसं आपण नाही घालायचं. ओके, तर आपण चांगलं कसं मेंटेन ठेवता येईल स्वतःला ते बघायचं. कारण लोक आपल्याकडे बघत असतात. अदर पीपल्स आर वॉचिंग यू, यू आर सहजोगी, हाऊ यू आर बिहेविंग, हाऊ युअर ॲटिट्यूड इज. ओके, सो दे आर ऑब्झर्विंग अस. So you should be presentable. In 2018, 87 or 82, Diwali Puja, Shri Mataji told, one lady went to a program and she was the whose felicitation was there. That person's wife, he came over there, she came over there for that program. And they were announcing if she is there, she has to come on the stage. But she was wearing such a dress, so those people thought maybe she is a secretary. So they told you have to sit in waiting room. So she was sitting in waiting room. And when Shri Mataji went there for washroom, Shri Mataji, oh, you are here? they are giving announcement for you. They are calling you on stage. But why you are here? No, those people told me you have to sit in waiting room because of her clothes. Okay, so these clothes are we have to very presentable. Okay.
We have one question: how to identify true Sahasyogi? We don't have to identify anyone. We have to see how I am, how the Shri Mataji give birth me from the Sahasrara. We are expecting so many things from our children, that whatever the one or two, they should actually represent the parents. So we are so lucky. We are Adishakti's children, and how we have to behave. The simple thing, Shri Mataji is expecting only 2-3 things. She is not expecting much. She said, you have to do morning meditation. You have to do food soap. And you have to be with me, surrender to me. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of everything. So we have to listen to speeches and try to be like that. There is no need to listen to anybody else. Even not to listen to us. No need. Because Shri Mataji gives everything. The small things. If we listen some lecture, we were laughing at that time in the Vashi Center. She is explaining to the foreigners how to wash in the morning. Use water. You have to take the water in the right hand, and you have to use. We are really laughing. They don't know they are using papers. So even that much, that small thing also she explains. So she gives each and everything, hygiene, everything, the diet, everything she gives. And she said, I will not write any book because that will become another Gita, Quran, Bible. So just listen my lecture, no need to listen to anybody, but we don't have to find out the good Sahasyogi to others. We have to become a good Sahasyogi so that we can say into this. We have to feel proud when we are doing the meditation in front of our own mother, that yes, Shri Mataji, improve myself. Give me some tips to improve myself. And it's like that. So there was one lecture in 1988. Shri Mataji is actually communicating with the yogis that time, and she was asking, now you you got your realization, you are asking for it for several lives, and I gave it to you. So you have to pay. If somebody is giving something, we have to pay. Now, whatever the small things we are giving, we are respecting to give something to them. The same way she is asking to the yogis, what you will pay to me? Then somebody says, we surrender. We surrender ourselves to you. That's it. Mother says, okay, fine. But what you have to pay something. What you will pay to me? So some say the dedication, many things come up, the discipline, everything. But she was not satisfied with it. So after some time, one yogi speak out with the fear that recognize you as Adi Shakti. She said yes. When you recognize me as Adi Shakti, automatically surrender will come, discipline will come, dedication will come, everything will come because.
Don't say हम श्री माता जी को मानते हैं. No, हम श्री माता जी को जानते हैं. हमको जानना है, मानना नहीं है सिर्फ. फॉल्स गुरु वाले मानते हैं, लेकिन हमको श्री माता जी को जानना है. You have to recognize. श्री माता जी told, Sir Yoga is one of my aspects, but you have to surrender to me. You have to recognize to me. Okay, so you have to recognize Shri Mataji. She is Adi Shakti, she is God. Lap up sleep.
She said that you are accept me from your heart. Heart knows that she is Adi Shakti. But when the time comes, we are so wobbly. We go to some stone, some astrologer. Though we know our Guru is Adi Shakti. Why? Because we are not accept her from our intelligence. So what she is saying in that conversation, recognize me as Adi Shakti from your intelligence. Then automatically you know what I can do for you. For me, anything is like this. I can change anything, but you should recognize it. I can change the day, I can change the night. I can do anything because I am the creator, I am Adi Shakti. But you have to recognize me as a Adi Shakti from your intelligence. Automatically come to know that to whom you are sitting before. So automatically that question, the how to identify Sahaj Yogi, true Sahaj Yogi. This is there are what we understand from living in Vashi, that recognize her as Adi Shakti from intelligence, the implore Hamsa to see only good things in every human being, and of course we can discuss many things which we don't understand or we don't like it, because when we discuss in a healthy way, it goes to the collective conscious and the Param Chaitanya work out the things, because we have that pure desire that yes, something Shri Mataji, we don't know what it is, but this is the thing. If it is this, you have to look after it. We don't have to suggest anything. Adi Shakti to whom we are actually suggesting to whom? The Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti knows everything. This has happened. This actually, Shri Mataji, how she started teaching us like this. We everybody knows there was a problem in Vashi Health Center, and everybody give bandhans, do shubir, so many things, that possible way to sustain that Vashi Health Center without fight. But the finally has happened. Then we come to know that what we are doing, we are suggesting Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, please look up, we need this Vashi Health Center in that. We are suggesting, we have to say to Shri Mataji, we understand after this incident that Shri Mataji, you know everything. Whatever is best for us, do for us. So we don't have to suggest Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, you do this, you do that. We are just ordering her. And then she plays the Mahamaya. That is also we have to understand. We have to just think, yes, this is the thing. You see, that is the simple way. That's why it is, Sahajana is really Sahaj. No need to react. There are the reactions, but the reactions outside is fruitful. Means it goes to the collective conscious and Param Chaitanya will work out. But what is harmful, which we are reacting inside with self. We are talking inside. This is not right, this way, this has happened inside. In meditation, in self, can't sleep properly because we are talking with self. That is very harmful. It is not good because it is on the agya. When it is agya, Shri Mataji cannot recognize the thing. When we are talking one to one, it works out. So don't fear to talk. There is no need. And what we are doing, we are exactly doing the opposite. We are talking with self, no solution. But we fearlessly say some discussion, maybe fight, no problem. But it goes to the collective conscious and work out by Param Chaitanya. So one precaution every sadhaka has to take, not to talk inside. Automatically we get the silence. And when we started, because we are used to talk, what is the solution for it? Shri Mataji says that divert your attention and ask the question, what I am doing now? Because we are the yogis and staying in the present. What I am doing now, just focus in this now, automatically the past and future stops. That Vilam started developing. So when this reaction comes, we started talking with self, divert the attention, and the same way we are expecting from the child. We are having so many thoughts and the child is actually showing us they are hyperactive. Why they are hyperactive? Because we are not staying inside. They are representing, like a mirror. They are showing, Mama, you are not in a balanced state. You are not in a silence. You are not happy. Mainly the women are responsible for the child, but it doesn't mean the father has no role in this. Because of father, the mother is little bit insecure. So the father has to give some security to the mother. So husband-wife relation is like a friend. So it will. That's why the parents are more responsible for the children. And one question is not sleeping. The child is not sleeping at night. For that, the nazar utarna, ये जो प्रोसेस है समझ के, वो एक हम दिखाएंगे. तो एवरी डे हम वो कर सकते हैं बच्चों के लिए. 12 इयर्स तक हम कर सकते हैं नजर उतारना. तो उसमें सिर्फ मध्यम आंख से हमें दोनों हाथ में नमक लेकर मध्यम आंख से कुंडलिनी को उठाते हुए आज्ञा के क्रॉस करके ईड़ा पिंगला से हाथ को नीचे लाते हुए गणेश मंत्र बोलना है ऐसे 4 बार. बीच से उठाना, क्रॉस करना, फिर दोनों हाथ नीचे लेकर आना. ऐसे एक गणेश मंत्र, फिर सेकंड टाइम दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथा. 4 बार गणेश मंत्र के बाद एक जो राइट हैंड है वो क्लॉकवाइज सहस्त्रार पर घुमाना है और तीसरा महामंत्र बोलना है उस वक्त और हाथ को नीचे लेकर आना है. और फिर 3 बार जैसे हमारे नानी दादी उतारते थे आज्ञा से गुलाल हाथ ऐसे. और फिर ये नमक हमने फ्लश करना है. और जब बच्चा बहुत क्रैंकी है, रो रहा है, सो ही नहीं पा रहा है, तब हमने नमक और मस्टर्ड सीड और लाल मिर्ची का प्रयोग करना है. लेफ्ट हैंड में 1 लाल मिर्च और 4 काली मिरी और राइट हैंड में मस्टर्ड सीड और जाड़ा नमक जो हम फुर्सत के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. ये 2 प्रोसीजर सेम. 4 टाइम्स गणेश मंत्र, तीसरा महामंत्र सहस्त्रार पर और फिर वो बर्न करना है, और जो ऐश है वो फ्लश करना है। हम बर्न करेंगे, बर्न के बाद उस ऐश को फ्लश करेंगे। तो इससे ये डेली हम बच्चों के साथ करते हैं, तो फिर वो बैलेंस में रहेंगे। पहले तो पेरेंट्स को ही बैलेंस में रहना है, वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। और अभी तो ये जनरेशन में उन्होंने तो श्री माता जी को देखा नहीं है, जो हम दिखाएंगे वही वो जानेंगे कि यही सहयोग है। अभी हमारी जिम्मेदारी ज़्यादा बढ़ती है कि हम अगली पीढ़ी को क्या दे रहे हैं। तो फिर ये थोड़ी सी चीज़ें हैं जो हम करेंगे, तो फिर बहुत ही यानी ये सेमिनार भी सफल होगा। और जो हमारे अंदर वो थोड़े से क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं कि किस तरह से करें, वो अपने आप से सॉल्व जाएंगे। जैसे अपने आप से श्री माता जी की तरफ गए तो श्री माता जी सिखाएंगे अपने आप से, हम अपने गुरु बन जाएंगे। हमारे गुरु सिर्फ श्री माता जी हैं, और सराउंडिंग में हम भाई बहन एक दूसरे को ज़रूर मदद करेंगे। उसके बिना, फैमिली के बिना तो चलता ही नहीं है, ग्रोथ नहीं होगी।
Not necessary to go for tantric and mantric and buy rings and lockets or something, okay? Because for protection, not necessary. She is our protection. She resides in our center heart in the form of Durga. She protects us. So not necessary to go here and there for protection, okay? Lack of sleep due to nose block, breathing difficulty, headache. These all right side problem. So this person has to take left hand on right heart and say Rama Raksha, because Shri Rama look after our respiratory system. Okay. Backbone, tail end pain last 2 years. So you have to work on Muladhara, put matka, do matka treatment, and both the hands on Mother Earth. Say 4 times Shri Ganesha Tharva Shirsha, and you have to for pain you have to say mantra. Shri Mataji, please take out this pain. ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री शूलहारिणी साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः. शूल means pain, शूलहारिणी destroying the pain. Getting toilet frequently, especially in night, means if you have to go frequently for urination, then sometimes there is prostate gland problem. If you have prostate gland problems, then take Kartikeya's names as well as Ganesha Tharva Shirsha, left Muladhara, right Muladhara, Kartikeya's names, and do foot soap, more foot soap. Okay, this is good for, and this person has to eat pumpkin seed. Okay, ये जो रेड वाला कद्दू आता है, कद्दू के बीज खाना है, वो अच्छा है प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड के लिए. हार्ट ब्लॉक, ओवर थिंकिंग. सवाल भी आपने और जवाब भी आपने ही दिया. हार्ट ब्लॉक है ओवर थिंकिंग की वजह से, तो आपको हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ना है, फुटसोप करना है, और राइट हार्ट पे राम रक्षा पढ़नी है, और लेफ्ट हार्ट पे हाथ रखकर श्री माता जी को कहना है, श्री माता जी, आई एम नॉट माइंड, आई एम नॉट ब्रेन, आई एम नॉट ego, I am not super ego, I am not thought, I am not body. You should not pay your attention on body, you have to pay your attention on your spirit, Holy Spirit. Okay? Because this body is perishable, but you have to pay your attention on spirit. Okay? So I am only the Holy Spirit and you have to enlighten my Holy Spirit. Pray Krishna Mataji and say Atmashtakam on left hand. मनोबुद्धिनांकार चित्तानिनाहम आदिगुरु शंकराचार्य का आत्माष्टकम. Overthinking. Why you are thinking? I don't know. Surrender your thoughts at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji and become thoughtless. Otherwise, do shubit for your thoughts and put eyes on liver. There are two types of liver. एक ओवर एक्टिव लीवर एंड दूसरा फैटी लीवर, लेथार्जिक लीवर. सो हाउ टू नो ओवर एक्टिव लीवर एंड लेथार्जिक लीवर? द पर्सन हु हैज सो मच गैसेस, हिज लीवर इज lethargic liver, fatty liver. Okay, this fatty liver person should not put eyes on liver. Okay, never put eyes on your liver. And give candle to your left navi with 10 names of Guru. And don't eat butter, then cheese, deep fry things means samosa, batata vada, chips. ये जो तली हुई चीज़ें हैं डीप फ्राई वो नहीं खानी है. इवन फर्मेंटेड इडली डोसा ये भी नहीं खाना है जो जिनका लीवर फैटी है उनको. ओके, तो ये गैसेस क्रिएट होते हैं उसकी वजह से, फैटी लीवर की वजह से. तो आपको लीवर पे कभी भी वर्क मत लगाइए, नहीं तो वो हेपेटाइटिस पे जाती है केस. जिनका ओवर एक्टिव है वो घंटों लगा सकते हैं आइस ऑन लीवर, बट फैटी लीवर वाला 10 मिनट भी रखेगा तो वहाँ बर्निंग सेंसेशन होता है, वो रेड हो जाता है वहाँ लीवर पे. ओके, सो डोंट पुट आइस ऑन लीवर. इफ योर लीवर इज हॉट ओवर एक्टिव यू कैन पुट आइस ऑन लीवर. And fatty liver person should take gehu, that red soil, gehu with honey. Okay? This is good for left navi, gehu and honey.
And overactive liver is acidity, throwing up sensation, vomiting. They are having acid, the hot liver. They should put the ice back, do put some more. That's a question. I have sometimes feeling throwing sensation. Throbbing and swadhisthana. It is again, this throbbing sensation is overactive liver. So I expect to soak and not to think much, just maintain the silence. For non-Sahajyogi, how to stop alcoholism? We cannot do shubit for them. In relatives who are getting self-realization, for them we can do the shubit for write down the name and write in the alcoholism and we can shubit. But who are non-Sahajyogi, we can just give bhajan. It will really help because we are showing the pure desire towards Shri Mataji that I want to help my brother who is blind, don't know about the truth.
You can pray for that person, but don't do any treatments. Okay, you can pray.
The impure desire, 6 enemies, during puja, that is also automatically stop with this regular practice of morning meditation. So try to see the things positive and keeping non-reactive mind. automatically these elements will settle down, which are enemies within us.
सिक्स एनिमीज के लिए आप शुभित कर सकते हैं काम क्रोध लोभ मद मोह मत्सर. ओके, काम मीन्स लस्ट, क्रोध मीन्स एंगर, काम क्रोध मद मीन्स arrogancy, and काम क्रोध मद मोह greed. Then moha means illusion, lobha means greed, and matsar means hatred. Okay, so you can write 6 enemies and you should be for that.
And some question that when we have to keep the child, the infant can do the food soap, or that when to start the food soap for small babies. It is like when the baby started sitting of its own, we can give the massage to the baby, and in warm water we have to put the salt and allow that child to play in that tub in foot of water, and we have to rising the Kundalini with Ganesha Vishesha. After that we can give the bath to the child, so that the child is started understanding that we have to do the food soap. And when the baby started standing, we have to stand the baby in the bucket with food soap, and after food soaking we have to take him to bath. We can do that way. And another question, when the child is now studying in the non-Sahajogi children in schools, how to deal with them. We have to give food soap after coming back home, and there is no need to teach them this is not Sahajogi, don't eat this and don't eat there, here, there. No, we have to teach them how to protect, take bandhan before going school, and give bandhan to the food, and do food soap coming back home, and do meditation. These all things we have to do first, so the child can copy. So that we have to, this is all depend on us, how we are growing a child. So if we are putting these words to them, this is non-Sahajogi, this is Sahajogi, then everything will be mess. So we have to be very careful to use some words. It is a fact, but we can't use these words because they unknowingly started comparing all the time. They can say, you are non-Sahajogi, that's why this is happening. That is something which is the people to whom we are trying to explain the Sahaj Yoga, they might say that in your Sahaj Yoga you are not meeting the people, you are keeping yourself separate, that we are doing the meditators, not meditators, like kind of things. There are so many things happens with the children, they are developing the complexes with that. So we have to be very careful about it. First we have to teach them to do the food soap after coming back home. And how to deal with this office work, because we are dealing with so many social people in the society, and the offices we have to take care of the boss, the work, target, everything. So we are Sahaj Yogis. So first we have to discipline our mind not to react and be in the present. If the boss scored or some targets are there, but when we come back to our work on the table, we have to forget what has happened in the cabin. We have to just focus what we are doing in the present. Because whatever we are doing in the present, we are just repeating what the boss has said to me. So that is, we are going into the past. Then we started viewing the things, see the boss, that so if I will not do this. That reaction started with self that we have to avoid. As a Sahaj Yogi, we have the Kundalini which is really helping us. We have to totally depend on it, be in the present, non-reactive, so automatically, and the food soak, of course, coming back from the work, do the food soak, morning meditation not to avoid. So these some precautions we have to take. So everything will be started getting better. Even the ball started changing, the color started changing automatically because we are not thinking about them. That's why the Srimataji will change, the Param Chaitanya will change the situation. So we have to leave it to, that is the surrender. That Srimataji, this is the situation. I don't know, I have to be a Sahaj Yogi. What you taught me to be in the present, non-reactive, keeping silence, that I have to maintain. I will work hard on it. That, and rest of the things I know you will settle down or you will look after it. So that way we have to discipline ourselves. So that actually habit, it pass on to these children. So they will not react, so mommy she is like that because they are not meditating. That kind of words you will not listen at home.
Okay, now time is too much. Even though I have to suggest my sister something. We are Sahajogi. Okay, so how to maintain our lifestyle? Because nowadays so many ladies have menopausal problem after 40. So they are going in depression, anxiety and all that. Why? Because the thing we brought from shop and put in our house, that is TV. So which program we have to see? You have to think yourself. Okay? When you are watching the serials, sometimes what happens after 40 there are hormonal changes, okay, due to menopause. So hormones are changing, so you have to think what should I see on TV. Okay, so TV serial, they are showing one lady is very humble and one lady is very arrogant. Okay, so that humble lady has problem. So she is crying, and when you are watching that serial, you also starting to cry. Okay, because you are become one with that serial, that lady. But you know, she will get money for that performance of crying. What you will get? You will become left side. Okay, so you will go to left side, so you should not just see as a third person. Okay, watch it as a third person. Don't do that. And there are so many nice program on TV. They are showing how to make, how to prepare. Lots of recipes are there. You prepare different types of food and give it to your husband and children. They will be happy. Okay, and another thing is that many ladies have joint problems. Why? Because according to Saj Yoga, our body is made by Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Because of Vata, our joints are made. Okay, so it made because of Vata, so we can easily move them. Neck, then fingers, then knee joints, ankle joints, easily we can move them. But when you are eating remaining food, you are preparing so much food and rest food, remaining food you dump in your fridge, and 2 days, 3 days you are taking small part of that food and putting in microwave or heating on gases and or giving some tadka, nice tadka and fried rice, and eating that, that stale food never digest. Okay? That stale food remaining in your bowel like that only and create gases. These gases go, where it will go? They will go in your joints and become freeze. And that's why you have joint pains. Okay, so try to prepare less food because we are not here for eating. Okay, we have to eat for relief. So eat less and fresh. Okay, don't put it in freeze and use it for 3 days, 4 days, 5. Even they are making this much dough and put it in freeze, and little part they are taking out and making chapati. 3 days, 4 days. Why? Fresh dough, you can use fresh dough for making chapati. It will help your health. Okay? We only, because of these bad habits, we are unhealthy because of these bad habits. You do meditation, no problem, but you have to maintain these things also. So, and then opposite food. Opposite food means nowadays children and elders also having flavor foods. That is strawberry ice cream, then cherry and all that. So you should not eat fruits with milk or yogurt. Okay, fruit salad is not good for your health. It affects your liver. You can eat fruits, you can drink milk, but separately. You can eat fruits and you can eat yogurt, but separately, not together. Okay? It is very bad for your liver. Because that vitality problem, white patches coming on the skin because of it having opposite foods. Okay? So don't eat opposite foods. Even you are having chicken and pork and mutton and then ice cream. It is not good for health. Okay? If you are eating chicken and mutton in the morning on Sunday, Friday, then evening you can eat ice cream or any milkshake. Okay? But not with non-veg. Yeah, milkshake, mango milkshake and chiku milkshake is allowed, but other strawberry and other sour foods with milk, it is not good. Okay?
And don't marinate the non-veg meat with yogurt. That is also opposite.
Yeah, you are marinate chicken with yogurt. It is not good. You can marinate with chicken with coconut cream. Coconut is good for health, so you can use coconut cream. Okay? Don't use another cream or cheese or you can use lemon also. Then it becomes soft. Chicken will become soft. Okay?
And honey and hot
Drink.
any hot, is
water.
hot water, tea or milk. You can't put the honey in it because it becomes poison. Whatever is cool, if you can use the water, the cool water, normal temperature water and honey, it goes together, no problem. Because the dietitian says that in the morning hot water, lemon juice and honey will reduce the fat. That is something nobody introduced. I never seen anyone that.
Yeah, lots of people having tea with honey. So it is not good. You will get rashes on your body. So try to avoid this thing.
And very simple way we can summarize the things. When there is a pain, any kind of pain, like nerve pain, muscular pain, joint pain, any pain, mostly coming from left side. To take care of left side. If there is any kind of pain, any kind of infection, when the doctor says it is a viral infection, bacterial infection, fungal infection, any infection, it is all come from the left side. So we have to take care of left side. It is always the combination. It shifts to the right side. So there are the symptoms from the right side also, but the main source is from left side. So the lethargic liver, we understand now when there is a gases formation. Generally, who is having the gases problem, the flatulence or something, belching, burping, they are not having the acidity problem because it is the opposite type of the liver. And skin problem is also from the lethargic liver. And the acidity, throwing up sensation, vomiting is coming from the hot liver. So when there is a hotness, we know all the problems of hot liver, that is constipation, then diabetes, blood pressure, asthma, migraine. It is all coming from the right side. So it is again the combination of left also, but the main source is the right side. So we have to take care of that. Any autoimmune disease is cleared by Sri Ganesha. So who are having diagnosed by autoimmune disease, they have to take this 108 names of Sri Ganesh. And Adiguru Dattatreya also playing much more role to keep us in a balanced state. So these are few things we have to just summarize. Any pain, maybe it is right side pain, but it is coming from the left. So we have to take care of that. But the main thing is when we are doing meditation, when we are doing pulsar, when we are coming to connective, then we automatically come into the balance state. It is all the game is of imbalance. It is only two imbalances are there, either left side or right side, or the combination. But when we are doing the regular practice of balance, taking care of what kind of whether we are in the present or we are always going into the past or future and not discipline ourselves to keep quiet inside, then the things go into the left and the right. We have to discipline a little bit. So these are the small things. When we correct self-discipline ourselves, we can just allow ourselves, because it is something we know something from our art, but we allow our brain to recognize Srimadaji, that is the main. And many of the time the seminars we conduct for this, to come into the balance state and just get that energy back to our day-to-day life. So we have to take some precautions, and it is very beautiful because Sahaj is really Sahaj, but when we are taking it in a Sahaj way, otherwise it is complicated. And as our parents say in general, that whatever we say, it's going to be happen. So see the good things. The Vastu is saying the Thastu. So we have to discipline again to self, not to say something negative. See, everything is positive. This will be going to alright. If I have problem, there is a pain, it will go to alright. What it is, you don't need to find out the reasons. That is something we are going to do something negative. So we have to try some ways. Jai Shri Mataji.
Actually, our food is our medicine. Okay? So, have food as a medicine. Fresh food. Fresh chapati.